got a text message. Let's see. I need to clip this on so that it doesn't make noise. But I should be good to go. Have me one of these. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. Hey, ladies. French fries of freedom, lol. But I hope all y'all likes the idea. All right. May not be a good time, but let's go. Hey, ladies. Alright, so as you can tell, I have not made a video in a while because of university. But now I'm back. Better than ever. Well, maybe not, but we are on the Fun for Freedom server, the community server that the community just started the process of shutting down. Yay. So as I'm walking randomly and talking, I'm just gonna say a couple things. First of all, this is I don't know what to think about the whole idea yet. I'm not sure if I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after this. There's a bunny right there. But I thought I would just take a tour because this is going to be one of the last times, if not the last time, that I'll be on this server, and I just wanted to make a video about this. So this is my house right here. As you can see, we have Vote Francis Underwood 2016. I didn't even pronounce that. 2016. And that is pretty much accurate to House of Cards. So this is my bed. Nice. This is this floating enchanting table surrounded by this nice window pane that's really done terribly. And that's pretty much the upstairs. Nothing special. Got crafting table here. Two furnaces, one with a potato, one with a bucket. Now I'm just gonna cook these up just for old time's sake. So there are three rooms downstairs, down there, and the stairs that are right here. I've done tours before, but yeah. So this is a portal. This portal's weird, and I will tell you why later. But this is due to two other different paths. So this is where I grow potatoes. This is where I keep chickens. Look at all these eggs. Just gonna collect them. I don't know what to do with them because I no one else is on, and I just have no more motivation. So this is where I put my chickens. Man, it really sucks that this is going, but I mean the server is not fully done yet, so I got at least that. And this is the spider spawner. There's a lever and a lamp to control what happens. Let's see, we got stone swords here. And that's about it here. Nothing really exciting. I'm gonna give you a tour and then I will describe my experience for this community while I just run around aimlessly like everyone who says something on the fly and unprepared. Trust me, you've seen this. It's an average Minecraft Let's Play trope. So we're going down here. I'm sorry, I gotta read this message, and it is absolutely private and not telling you what it says. But anyways, got some sunflowers here, and we're just gonna get some lava so we could use this as. I thought I saw emerald for a second. Turns out I was lied to. Not the first time. Anyways, we're going upstairs and we're just gonna cook it. That's how I smelt everything in my furnaces or furnace, whatever. And then we are going to cook that just for old time's sake. Now in here is the portal room, surrounded by nice netherrack. I had a brain fart for a second. And then we are put into this random portal. Now, if I go back in this portal, it takes me to a different place. As you can see here, this does not look like my original portal at all, unless I am just amazing. And it just happens that way, but nope. And it goes back to this portal. Now, I don't know where to go, so I'm gonna. Actually, I'll follow the path. Nah, I'll do it quick. I don't want to ruin your time. So then we're at spawn, and this is my tunnel. Now, as you can see, there are two floors. I remember the old server had this huge, like, had this huge setup where a lot of, there were like 8 floors of like portal rooms, but unfortunately, has yet to be bigger. But we got everything so nice and organized here. We got stuff like Wowzer weekends. We got Vega example. Example was the best community member here, but it's so nice and orderly down there, and then up here it's just a mess. But now here's what I'm talking about: my portal being weird. I've shown this many times, but as you can see here, we are gonna go through this portal. Now you know in my portal it went out a different portal. Well, guess what? We're back. Back. And now I'm going to show you the golf course. I'm not going to show every bit of it because it's just weird. We got the Blunderground Railroad. We still got a nice Seabiscuit here. A Seabiscuit. And Underground Railroad, which is actually what they call the subway in London. And there's no purpose for this, so that's the whole naming behind the Blunderground Railroad. So now we'll take a ride and we will go into Derpopolis. I have a little place in Derpopolis. Yeah. That's really all I have to show you guys about this place. So, alright. You sat through it. Let's talk about it. FunForFreedom closing its doors. Oh boy. I have no idea what to think. Because I have been in the community. It was my first community, by the way. It's. I was there since 2012, so I was a junior in high school, and now I'm a sophomore in college, which is weird. I know that seems like wrong math because it's like, wow, 4 years? I've only been 3, but it's weird. Oh yeah, also reads, I cover a lot of them. And wow, that is a lot of reads. I still call them reads. They're not sugarcane. Fuck you guys. No, but for real, it's. Oh man. This is Derpopolis. That place was just a little house. There's nothing interesting there. Let's see. Griffin's house, the UHC monuments. There's Donkey. Luigi Aspo's place is right there. And I forget. I thought Mango lived there. I never really interacted with anyone here. I don't think I really did much. But here's the town hall. Well, nobody was really in there. But yeah, and all these reads out here and on the other side, as you can see, all done by me. I'm so bored. For some reason, placing sugarcane is just relaxing to me. It's just an awesome feeling. I don't know why. It sounds stupid, but it is. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So I'm gonna go to the overworld spawn now and just have fun there. So yeah, FunForFreedom, as I said before, closing its doors. As I said, been in here for 3 years. and I've been here longer than most of the people. I think I can safely say this. And along with that, I stayed around longer than a lot of the people who were before me, so I guess that's a reliable source in me saying my opinion. I don't know. Um, I would have been more involved earlier on, but here's the thing: my desktop was complete trash. Like, I'm completely serious. Like, Minecraft ran on really minimum settings at 20 frames at best. Not even. And my laptop now, which is currently making the fan noises right now that you could probably hear. Oh, I've never really realized these offices. Cute white mage. But yeah. Anyways, enough with the oh yes. But I'm here to say that ooh, I had no idea she had an office. That just gonna give you my thoughts on the whole ordeal and what my plans are now. Jim's office. We have the same name. Yeah. I'm really getting off track. I did not prepare for this. I have the hiccups, which comes at a really bad time. So Fun for Freedom, I was there since I want to say early March, and I was an official member of the forums on I want to say April 5th of 2012. It's a really long time. I can't believe I've been on so long. But I remember when it started out, it was when there were like a few mods on the community, and then everyone else was pretty much the same. They were just viewers who were like trying to do well. Like that was all I was. I was just a stream watcher because I couldn't really participate in games because I didn't really have a lot at the time, and yeah. So I should basically say what my background was for joining the community. First, I got into Minecraft pretty early, but I never got the game because I did not A have the money because I was young back then. B I just was not into playing it at the time, which sounds weird, but I don't know if I would have played Minecraft when it started off. And C, my desktop, as I've said before. So I started watching, and this was during the years when it was all, oh man, Shadow of Israfel's coming out. Like, I got excited for that. Don't lie, you were excited too. So, anyways, so not one of the channels that I loved was Co. Wow, that was a letdown. But anyways, I watched Co, and one of the series that I loved the most was Race for Wool. And this is where I met Super MC Gamer in the weirdest way possible. So I was actually on his perspective, like everyone else back in 2011 and or 2012. It was 2011. It was like, oh wow, other channels. Let's see who else put theirs. It was like I want to say, 10,000 meat cupcakes. That's what I want to say. What his team was, but what happened was, um, I wanted to see his perspective for some reason, and the first video I ever saw from him was, oh, I just took part in this, but because I have the 15-minute strike, or the 15-minute limit, because I have a strike in my account, I did not record it, so sorry about the inconvenience. I was like, well, that's weird. I guess I'll watch some of his stuff. So I did, and I got interested in him. And trust me, he's so much younger than I thought he was. That's like I was like, oh, he's the youngest. He's like This was like years ago, so this is obviously it's like he's 18. Like what? Everything I know is a lie. But that's besides the point. So I started watching him, and I remember one of the things he said was, I just knocked my trash can there. He's like, hey guys, come to Zeldathon. I'm like, I've never heard of this game. So let's see it. So I was there, and I was the usual dumbass that was like, oh, hey, play Smash. That has Zelda characters in it. I was literally one of those guys that would make you cringe. And the chat is like, then it was over. I'm like, okay, that's over. He's like, hey, we have a new community. It's called Fun for Freedom. And I'm starting. I'm like, okay, I guess I will. So then I joined. And with my crappy desktop, only thing I could do was watch streams. It sucked, but you know, you would watch. Some it wouldn't be really necessarily be streams from MC because very busy guy, you know. So I ended up watching people like Silver. I liked Shadow a lot, and there was some like Chaco, and there was King Bacon. Naming all of the nostalgic streamers, and I had a lot of fun there. Uh, at that time, I knew some people, but I wasn't really close with anyone. So I might name names. I don't know because I just rather be vague. But I guess one of the first closest friends, I guess is the word, that I've met was LZ Cards fan. Uh, because this is a gaming community who likes sports ball. Well, unfortunately, that was what I grew up with. People were like, oh, I grew up with Nintendo. I'm like, I grew up with sports. And he loves baseball. He loves the Cardinals. That's where his name came from. Funny story. I saw him in the Zelda-thon. It was like LZ cards, and I'm like, wait, since when did Legend of Zelda have trading cards? Because this was me when I was really cringeworthy and dumb, which is like, wow, a lot of people who are obsessed with Zelda. It's like, not only once I realized, like, oh, it just turns out he's a really big fan of the Cardinals. So I started talking baseball with him. And that was sort of how I had a purpose, sort of. And I was fairly close to him. And by fairly close, I don't mean like I was like best friends with him, but we keep in contact now and we still talk. And I do believe that is amazing. Now, so that was the fun times of Fun for Freedom. There were some popular members. Like if I can remember correctly, I remember White Luigi's the guy that I swear he has so much fucking money. Like he literally would donate $1,000 for Zelda. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Ah, so many people that are just not there anymore. But what happened was I thought this was an amazing community, amazing decision, and I was still in high school, so I had a lot of time. And now, here's the part that I don't want to talk about because I don't want to get crap for it. I'm just gonna run around tomorrow. But what I knew was that there were times where everything, I want to say, turned to shit, but at the same time, I don't know how bad it was. So, here is my account of what happened. So, like, okay, not every. So, there's usually a schedule of what happens, and me being the cringeworthy creep I am is all like, okay, schedule. Some people have days where they can stream, some days they can't make it, but whatever. I understand. So, what happens is one town hall, because we always have those like once a month, and once a month, but every once, like, I hear silverfish. Why? But, I guess sticking to the theme here, one thing that happened was one town hall. meeting, they mentioned, oh, that is not good. One town hall meeting, they were talking about a new direction they were going to, and I was excited to see what it was. And what happened was they decided that we're, instead of having some people stream, is that we are going to have a Twitch team. It's like, for this Twitch team, we're going to be converting to Twitch. A lot of people will be on this Twitch team, which means they will be streamers of Fun for Freedom. In exchange, we're going to switch from the IRC chat to Twitch chat. And me, being the I hate change guy, the cringy guy, I was like, no, this can't happen. But another thing was that I thought, and here's my opinion, when you have a community that has, let's just say, someone who has like a superstar status for being in a certain Minecraft group slash gaming community, as in Minecraft, what happens is a lot of people are going to want to be like the guy. And listen, I'm not going to be one of those guys that I never thought about being famous like him, but I was realistic. I wasn't someone who was trying to be part of the group only for that. I thought about it, but in the same way that I would think about being a famous musician. Like, I would love to be it, but I don't have the audacity to do it. I'm not going to try to do whatever necessary for that. But it was all fantasy. It wasn't realistic, evil plotting. So, well, this is an awkward shot. Anyways, what happens is my problem with the whole ordeal. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to say it again. Problem with the whole ordeal, it wasn't too big. Like, it wasn't that I was outraged by this, but I just thought, like, well, a lot of people are going to pretend to be bigger than who they are. Like, I was a cringeworthy kid, but I knew my place. I wasn't someone who pretended to be the biggest member or the biggest celebrity. I was just like the guy that was just sort of there, you know? But what ended up happening was, I don't know if this caused it, but I sort of could tell that there were going to be a lot of people who were going to think they were better than other people. Not naming names, and I'm not saying this happened. I mean, I guess it happened based on what people are saying happened, but I'm not accusing anyone. I don't want to accuse anyone. And I really don't know who. And I don't want to name names, but I honestly don't know anyone that fits the category. And that's not me being protected, that's just me as in I'm honestly not sure. Because, not as a result, but what happened was cliques formed. And for a community that was kind of a no no, as I guess some people would say it. But the honest truth is, it happens everywhere, and I don't think that's why it died. But I do understand why people think that, and I do understand it was kind of a problem. But in my stance, it just happens. It happens in high school. It happens with literally real life. Like, I have friends that I'm not that close to in high school and college. It's just a simple truth. I never pretended to be their best friend. I was their friend. But I understood they have other people they were closer to, and I wasn't going to disrupt any of them. So, the real problem was, and this is my honest opinion of why I think the community didn't really work out, was a couple of things actually. One, hosted by someone famous with I think honestly, the way to best describe it is it had the wrong message. It was like, hey, come join this awesome community for charity. It's like, okay. It just focused too much on charity that many people were honestly trying to start their own, and nobody was getting involved with anyone else's. I guess that falls into another problem where everyone wanted to be cool, and by that I mean they just wanted to do their own thing, that they didn't really think, hey, I need to help other people. I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I did. Well, but for real, that to me was sort of a problem. Which is like I may have been cringeworthy, but I never tried to be someone that I wasn't. You know, big time. And guess something else that happened was people who are usually like big members of the community just stopped showing up. Now I don't blame anyone for this, and I'm not trying to accuse them of like, oh, you loved us, how could you? In all honesty, I understand. I really get off topic, but honest opinion, one thing that happened was that too many people were trying to do stuff on their own and they didn't really care about anyone else's. That was the point I was trying to get to earlier, but I just couldn't say it correctly. So, as I said before, I sound like a dead record, but before it was all, oh, we knew what we were just peop- like lower members of the community, followed by the higher members of the community who would be the mods, and that was basically it. You were either a mod or you were just a normal person. But then it's like, oh, we're gonna have Twitch teams. Everyone can stream. It's like a lot of people, like myself included, but a lot of people are gonna put up some boring streams. And I'm not saying that everyone's was. I'm not singling out anyone, but honestly, it's hard to be entertaining, and I don't think I am. Like, I'm putting this up, and I think it is the worst episode that I've put up, even though it's been a while. So, I just want to put that out there that I don't think I'm better than anyone else. I think I'm actually, like, I don't think, like, if I'm better than Double Sweet, I know that, but I don't know anything else besides that. So, that was sort of my problem with it. Again, I don't want to cause drama because I'm not trying to name names that aren't like, oh, I was close friends with them. And what really stinks about the whole thing is that I keep meeting new people. People that are like, oh man, you're cool. And this range from people that I have met and just never left, and people I've met recently and still with them. Um, Closer to some people more than others, I'm not gonna lie, so cliques sort of exist. But as I said before, that stuff just happens. And I don't think it should be there. Also, as someone who has also experienced stuff like being closed or not feeling as if they're being accepted, I'm just gonna say that it happens. Because I really got close to, well, I don't know if close is the right word, but I became, I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I don't want to think wrongly of myself. Like, I don't want to think higher of myself, because that's just the guy I am, but like, I better knew some people, like, I know, like, as of this year, I knew Matt B-Ball better, I knew Merp better, I knew Pop Tart better, I knew a lot of people better, and that sort of stems from me doing stuff in the community, and I guess that's another thing that's underrated, like, I've been in the community for 3 years, and while I do understand some people came in here looking for friends, like, and if I have been exclusive, or if I have appeared to be, I'm really sorry about that. It's literally who I am. I'm still friends with people, and I still, like, shut them out. It's not something that I'm proud of. It's something that I really don't want, but it's just something that happens. So, I guess one thing is that I guess friendship is earned. It's just not given. Because I was like, why aren't people liking me? But I came to a conclusion that people weren't, like, friends with me. And I don't think anyone hated me, at least later on. The thing was, I didn't cooperate with anyone fully for the first while, which is where I was the loneliest. Then, once I got to be part of the community, and by that I mean like participating in events, because I wasn't the guy that would start them. I tried starting one thing, but it didn't work out. And what happened was, I got to know people. Like I said, I knew some people better. Um, I never thought it would happen to me, but it just happened. And like I said, some people, it's like I do understand it. It really does suck that maybe not inclusive, but like I said, like I'm not trying to defend anyone, but like it's just easier to hang out with someone that you know, and it's honestly it's really hard to accept new people. Like that's just coming from me personally. Like I tell you, like people I'm the closest friends with were when I first met them, I thought nothing of them. Like you could say like new kid, elementary school, like knew him since the first grade, didn't really think of anything besides a former student. Now best friend. And in college, like all alone because of issues that were, just dealing with freshman year. It was like I just run into some guy during an event. I'm like, okay. Now, like in college, close, really one of the closest friends I've ever met. And honestly, there were some people that I was happy to see, and we're either distant now or nothing just happened. Like either we like forcibly split ways, and yeah, it really sucks, and I understand. Like it really is, I guess, something that's earned. I guess I'm not saying that people are in the right to shut people down, but it it just sort of happens. And I'm not saying that in like, oh, you should know better. It's just, no, I know it sucks. That's sort of a problem. And honestly, I I've just felt like complete crap. And I know this sounds ridiculously stupid, but ever since I heard the news that they were closing, like I was just completely, well, I didn't have a mental breakdown. I'm not the guy that'll have a mental breakdown, but just sort of not behind the scenes with anyone, but like I I felt so defeated. Like it completely changed my life, the community, and everything that I am thankful for to this day. I would have, I don't know, nobody really goes here, but like I would have felt like a complete jackass if I had destroyed nicely placed soil. But yeah, ever since I heard the news that they were closing, I really felt so defeated. Just this was. I'm not saying this for sympathy points. Like that's literally how I felt. I think a lot of people felt that way, and like, sort of glad because I will be honest, there was always a lack of new people, which is always never good. I understand some people came here from certain events. Like I know some people who joined because of Fun for Freedom UHC, which I have participated at, and also some people that I know closer. Those are people that I met. Um, Also, other people that I forgot to mention. Uh, Wilco was a mod beforehand. There was King Bacon, Queen Bacon. People that I knew recently. J Pokes, Toon, and I'm not saying I was really close with them because I don't think I was. I was just sort of new. I was just there, but I met so many awesome people here. It really sucks that it's, I don't want to say over, but it just feels like an end of an era. And being like, guys, change is terrible. And it's like this was during a period where I was like, I guess entering adulthood. So I am who I am today mostly because of the community, and it really stinks that it has to end. I understood it had to end. I'm not saying it was anyone's fault. I'm not saying it should have continued, but the fact that it ended just really stunk. Now, like, I have to deal with other things now. Like, this is the only multiplayer server that I'm on that's not mini games. I was on, like, this is weird because I've been on JustCraft and like earlier, but I just completely lost contact with the guy doing the server because like the reason why I disconnected wasn't him. It was because first year of college, Wi-Fi was so bad that multiplayer servers, nah, we won't connect you to them. It was literally every server. It got better now, but freshman year was bad, and so I had to work. I couldn't play on the server, and I really wish I did. It stinks that I couldn't like play in there. And then I was invited to another server, but because I don't want to say busy because I don't want to use the wrong term for it, but occupied, that I guess I was supposed to do something and I never responded back. It's my fault. And yeah, I this is awkward at best. So as for the future, I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna join Girls in Dresses. I don't know if I'm gonna join another community at all. I really want to stay in contact with some people, and I still want to be closer to some other people. The people that I've met recently, I still want to be closer to them. But I understand that if the end of the community means it's it, then I have to accept the fact that it's it. I'm not saying they're responsible for it at all. I'm just saying that if it just happens naturally, then so be it. Um, Now I really will miss this community. I thank everyone. Why is there wool here? Oh well, I'm not gonna question anything. I thank MC for starting the community. I'm gonna thank the mods, as I've named some before, and we'll just ride the Blunderground Railroad back, because this is going to be the last time I play on this server. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. And there are many people that I forgot to mention, but trust me, I know who you are, and don't think because like I barely conversed with you meant that I didn't like you. It's not true. It's just I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is probably the worst episode I've ever made of Minecraft, of course. But now as we ride, I'm sorry. It's just finals and this. I have no idea when the server is closed. I don't think I don't think I'll come back to the server unless it's like a definite party. But as in terms of casualness, this is the last time I'm gonna play this casually, because it's just deader than dead. Only one person's here, and that's me. So thanks for watching again. Another intro. I'm terrible at this, YouTube, but as we get to the end of the road, I want to say thanks everyone for the memories. And I will check with you guys another time with another video of something. So, yep, goodbye.